Hello students, welcome back to the physics lecture, and today we will just start a new chapter, and it's very hard, means little bit hard and very interesting and widely used in our daily life. This means every day some applications we used related to this, all the principles, all the things, just what we just about to learn today. So students, just get ready for the chapter upthrust or buoyancy. Okay, and the chapter name upthrust in fluid, Archimedes principle and flotation. So one by one we will cover all the topic. First we will start what is upthrust. Upthrust in fluids. Okay, fluids means upthrust can be seen in liquids as well as in gas. Okay, so we are saying upthrust in fluid. Okay, so in your book somewhere it has written liquid. So students, liquids and fluid it's same. Fluid, liquid is a part of is a type of fluid. You know that liquids and gas both are categorized belongs to the fluid. So don't worry, fluid and liquid same thing. Okay, so now just what is buoyancy or what is upthrust? Let's come to a definition. First read the definition, then we will go with little bit example, and or let's clear your concept, clear all the confusion related to it. Okay, when a body is partially or wholly, means completely immersed in a liquid, okay, an upward force act on it. This upward force is known as upthrust or buoyant force. Okay, and this phenomena, means this property or phenomena is called buoyancy. So the phenomena is called buoyancy, and the force is acting, that is upthrust or buoyant force. Another one definition we can say, the upward force exerted on a body by a fluid. So just keep it in mind students, on a body by a fluid means when you just put an object, suppose in a vessel there is some liquid water, you put any object which is floating on it, but if you students want to push it downward, you can feel a little bit force it is exerting, means it is not easily going, it will not easily immersed. Okay, whatever a floating object, if you push it inside the water, inside this liquid, inside that fluid, it will come upwards. So that force, that the upward force exerted on the body, means the fluid is exerting some pressure, fluid is exerting some force on that body. Okay, that upward force exerted on a body by the fluid, okay, by the fluid on the body, just keep it in mind, in which it is submerged, means where you just going to sink that object, is called upthrust. Okay, so just or buoyant force. So it is just as a force. Okay, what we have learned thrust in pressure in fluids, here we are learning upthrust, means upward force. Okay, upthrust means upward force, that is also named as buoyant force. So students, let's talk with some examples. Let's come to the example, then you can easily understand. Okay, first example I have taken, that pushing an empty can into water. Okay, pushing an empty can, suppose this is a empty can, you can see, empty bottle also you can see. So when there is a water tap, in this water tap I just put this empty can. What happened? What you can see, the can is floating. Okay, the can is floating, and it is totally cock fitted on it. Okay, it is totally airtight with stopper, so it will float. But if we push the can, what you can see, you feel an upward force. Okay, you can do this experiment in home also. You will feel a upward force which opposes the push, and we find it's difficult to push the can further into water. Okay, it's difficult to push the can further into water. It is also noticed that as the can is pushed more and more into water, more and more force needed to push the can further into water. So as we are pushing more force is needed. I think students, it's totally clear in front of you, and you can easily you can feel this thing. Okay, so that extra force that we are giving, which push this object to immerse in this liquid, okay, or in this fluid, okay, that we will just put a extra upward force, okay, from upside, downward force, extra downward force to make it immerse in this fluid, okay. And as we give a extra downward force, you are feeling also this water also pushing it upward. Water also you will feel more pressure in when you just pushing it down. So that upward force is buoyant force. Okay, so I think students your concept clear. Let's come take another example. Pushing a cork into water. Suppose this is cork, okay, you think that this is cork and both sides it just air fitted, okay. Same thing will happen just like this. If you push it downwards, if you put extra force, you can see that this fluid, this liquid or fluid will, you can feel a upward force, it forcing, and when you just suddenly release the pressure, it will immediately rise up. Okay, so these things happens. Why this is rise up? Means there is a upward force acting on it. That's why when you just release the downward pressure, when you just release this pressure, what happen? It will suddenly just go up, rise up. Okay, same thing you can see in this case also. So this upward pressure is called, this upward force is called upthrust. Okay, so sorry, not pressure, force. Okay, so this upward force is called buoyant force or upthrust. Okay, so students, let's come and see which kind of force is acting on it. Now students, here is the explanation. You can see when just you are going to put a empty can or a cork in the water, two forces acting on it. Okay, one is its weight, which act downwards. Okay, if this is the can or this is the cork. Now come to the experimental review. One force is acting downwards, that is the weight of that object, you know that, and weight act from the G, center of gravity, you know that. Every person's weight is acting from the center of gravity to the downwards, and similarly that upward buoyant force also acting, which is upward, which is denoted as AB. Okay, so two kind of forces acting, you can see when a object on a fluid, two kind of force is acting on it. One is its weight, or you can see weight means the force due to gravity. Weight is also known as force due to gravity, you already know these things, or I can say W. Another, the upthrust, okay, or the buoyant force, which is AB, upward. Okay, and the flotation takes place as the object is floating. This flotation takes place when they both are balanced. Okay, when this weight is balanced with upthrust. Weight balanced with upthrust or upward force. This downward force, weight, balanced with upward force, upthrust. That time, this is the condition, means the flotation of this object takes place. Okay, so students, if you push more, so what happened? We are pushing more. They are so balanced, means this object is floating. These both forces are balanced. So where that extra force is coming? There may be a question. because when you are pushing extra downward force, when you are pushing it from upside, okay, buoyant force is also increasing. So where that extra force come? Let's come to that point, students. See, if the cork is pushed more, okay, if you push more, FB will increase. FB means from downward, means upward force will increase and become maximum at FB dash. So FB dash means, let's come and let's draw, then you can easily understand. Suppose if this is a tap and this is also another tap, liquid. So here it is partially immersed, okay, FB acting. I am talking about only FB. So means FB means, you know, buoyant force, upward force is acting, upside it is acting. But when you push it downward, so it will come up to this place, okay, up to this place it has come. Here only this place is under submerged condition, but when you put a extra pressure or downward force, so it will totally submerged. So here FB is more, here FB is more, as more portion immersed, okay, here the half portion immersed. So what the upward force will be? Here FB will be more, as the more immersion. We can say this as FB dash or maximum upthrust. Maximum upthrust, students, you can say when the object is this limiting flotation, means just at the surface, okay, at the water surface it is floating, at the just surface of that water or that fluid, okay, that is, you can say, limiting flotation, okay. Here the maximum on an object feel maximum upthrust. When a object floating in this condition, maximum upthrust is splitting. That's why FB, you can see here, say it FB dash, it is called maximum upthrust, and it is normal upthrust because 50% or 60% of it is submerged, okay. So that thing is saying here, if the cork pushed more, FB increase, and FB increase to up to what? Become maximum at FB dash, because you can only immerse it up to this level. Then if you release, that will rise up. Why rise up? Let's come here. When completely become maximum, when completely immersed in water, you can see here it is completely immersed. Here partially, it is partially immersed and it is completely immersed. So as completely immersed, okay, it's become maximum. So the external downwards force, we can say, that will be FB dash minus W, okay. You can say it as, you can see here W is acting downwards, so this external will be dash minus W, upward minus downward. Downward weight is constant, but upward has increased up to, previously it was FB, now it's FB dash, but weight is same, whatever the weight. So this is the extra force, is when you just push it downwards, okay, this extra force is acting in this case. Hence, so when it released, it rise up, okay. Why it rise up? Because of this extra force. Here, students, you can see there is equilibrium, no extra force. That's why no rise up means no extra force you will feel. But when you push it, when you just push it inside the water, so you feel upward pressure. Why? Because when you push it, it become this condition, immersed. Immersed means this upthrust become maximum to FB dash. This extra upthrust, okay, this extra upthrust, when you release it, it released, it rise up, okay. So this is the thing. That's why the object rise up. Here is a simple mathematical explanation, if you can easily understand. That's why I have given. Suppose initially, it is initially the object is floating, means its weight is acting downwards, that is 10 Newton. It has balanced, that's why it is floating. Floating means, students, it is in equilibrium, okay. Means if it is, its net force acting on it is 0. Floating means net force acting on that object is 0. So what the force is acting downwards, 10 Newton, upward force also same, both are the force. Weight is also a force and buoyant force is also a force, 0. But when you are pushing it, when you pushing it, so that's what happens. When you pushing it, the FB becomes increased to FB dash maximum, and suppose FB dash is 20 Newton. If you think 20 Newton, so what happens? FB dash now, well, initial final case, what happened in final, FB dash become 20, but weight is 10. So you understand, weight is constant 10, but it increased to 20. So there is a extra 10 Newton force is acting. You push it inside the water. That's why a extra 10 Newton force is acting on this object. That's why when you just release your finger, that extra 10 Newton will immediately released and come back to the initial position. So final, when you push it, extra force you are applying. That's why it has increased up to 20 maximum. When you release, again it's come back to the 10 position. That's why when it will from immersed to immediately from this condition to it will come back to again this condition. Understand, students? So I hope all the concept related buoyancy means what is upward force, and what is downward means due to weight, upward force due to the buoyancy or the buoyant force or upthrust. Okay, the upthrust, next video I will say that FB and W. So FB means upthrust, upside, and W means downside. Keep it in mind. Okay, regular I will not say that weight and upthrust. Okay, upthrust means upward and weight will act downwards. Okay, from center of gravity, and it is from center of buoyancy. That I will explain later, no problem. Students, let's clear more confusion, let's clear your confusion related to FB and FB dash. If you still have confusion, you know that, students, if partially immersed, you can see this object is partially immersed here, okay, and here it is fully immersed. So I will just explain in next video, as the lecture getting lengthy, that's why. Okay, thank you very much. See you on next video.